Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. This video I'm going to show you how to set up the time domain scanning in the EMI pre-compliance or compliance setup. As we know that when we're doing the scanning in EMI measurements, it may take some time, especially when you set the trace measurements to quasi-peak, because they need to charge and discharge. But according to CISPR 16, there's a way to improve that sweep time is by using time domain scanning. So as you can see on the screen right now, these are the options that you can get on the Keysight product for compliance or pre-compliance machine, and it has the time domain scan. I'll jump straight right into the analyzer, and you can see there are some setup that you need to do before you are able to use the time domain scan in the EMI apps. So as you can see right now, we are in the analyzer screen. So before that, let's set it up to EMI measurements. Let's go to setup, EMI receiver, it's a normal view. And this is where you can choose the scanning to be in time domain or sweep step. So it's over here, sweep time. So as you can see, there's no time domain in the selections here. It's either step or sweep measurements. I'm going to do a comparison between the two measurements. One is using sweep step, the other one is using time domain scan. For the span of 1 gig measurements, you're going to see the difference in terms of test time. So how do we turn on the time domain? First of all, you have to make sure that you have the options. How to check the options is over here. Let's go to this and go to show system. So we have the time domain here, time domain scan. So make sure that you have these options available. Then we can go to power on and FPGA configurations. This is where you tell the machine to be ready to do time domain scan or sweep step, especially in the EMI measurements. So by default, you go with the enhanced sweep speed. But of course, you can change that, and we go to time domain and load FPGA. So once you click that, we set the whole machine on the FPGA part especially to be ready to do time scan, and it will take between 5 to 10 minutes for it to get ready. So just bear with me. I'm going to speed up the whole video so that you can see what are the process that's happening during the whole reset process. Welcome back, and that's how it's done. Let's go back to EMI measurement suite. Let's go to EMI measurements. And let's go to measurement setup, scan, and there you go. So as you can see, compared to the previous, if you remember before this, there are only two selections, step and this swap. And right now, after the time domain is turned on, you can choose to run time domain. You see that there's not much different when it comes to peak measurements, whether it's time domain or not. So right now it's time domain scan using a peak. This is peak. And let's go to change that, and let's go to trace one, and instead of peak we go to quasi peak. So this way you're going to see a big difference. So bear in mind that right now we are using time domain scan. So I'll just stop there for now, and let's change back to stop sequence. Let's change back to swap, and you can see that it takes a longer time for that. The next video I'm going to have a side-by-side comparison of the whole measurements trace up to 1 gig, and you can see the big difference when it comes to time domain scan and normal swap scan. Just to recap what we have done, in order for you to run the time domain scan in EMI measurements, you have to make sure that you have the options ready. Once you have the options ready, you have to go and make sure that the FPGA of the analyzer is ready to run time domain scan. So that's where you're going to set up the system and reboot. So it only needs to be done once, and after that you can just get the time domain measurements ready. Right, that's it folks. Thanks for watching.